Yo, what's going on YouTube fam? Welcome back to another live stream. We got gold dropping over here, having a very nice push down already on gold to start the day, grabbing some big levels on gold at the moment. Already seeing some pretty decent movement here. Right, let me get everyone in on Zoom, and then I'll start sharing my screen with you guys. Let me let everyone in here. Share screen. Alright, cool. I think everyone is here. What's going on, Zoom guys? Welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Setting a date alarm, press record.
Recording in progress.
And I even still have it written down here as well. 3 people in the waiting room. Alright, let me let these guys in and then we'll get started. Good to be back on. We had an amazing trade yesterday, so we'll see what today brings as well. I made $300 on ES during the afternoon using a strategy. Amazing work, good man. $300 is very nice. Good man.
I got told we'll make enough money today, but I'm there, bro.
Yeah, that's facts, man. Whoever told you that is telling the truth.
It'd be nice.
Would be nice. It'd be very nice. Went Lambo today. Yeah, Lambo day today. Gold's gonna give us Lambo trades today. That's for sure. YouTube guys, drop a little like for the stream. We'll get started. What time is it? 5 o'clock. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Let me move this over here. I'm going to bring this up a little bit so you guys can see the time. Where is it? Here. Cool. There we go. Alright, let's do it. John is joining. Alright, one more on the Zoom. Hey, Carlo, what's going on? What's up? Yeah, gold's had a nice little sell-off here already to start the day. London, 4:30 time. You've already seen gold grab some highs, wick out the Audi highs one more time, close back below, top wick without grabbing any of these lows, and you've seen a very nice, 60 tick push on gold down into this daily double bottom that we knew was coming in. So it's a very nice push down today. I took some little buys before. I took 10 ticks and then got stopped at break even on a little buy up here. Then you ended up breaking back down beautifully, coming up without grabbing any 15 lows, wicking out this resistance, retesting these levels, and just completely pushing back down. Sells on the close of this 15 would have been very nice. So pretty decent push on gold to start the day actually. Before London, not ideal, but you know, we'll see what else we can get. Stream is lagging. Let me try to turn off my video for a little bit. Let me make sure I've got Wi-Fi off on here and here. Okay, cool. But let's have a look at this on a little bit of a bigger time frame. Obviously, you know, yesterday we spoke about how this was a huge potential top wick on gold to flip back bearish and come down and create a bottom wick on the daily after tapping into 2040, and that's exactly what you did on gold. You ended up having a 140 tick drop from the level that we gave on stream yesterday, which was very nice. I didn't trade the US session because I had that trade in London, but that was a very nice drop off our level. And very simple, you know, just support, resistance, instant top wick on the daily with no bottom wick. Shorting from this level is a very simple trade. Probably one of the most simplest trades you'll probably see all week, given it's CPI week. So that was a very nice play. And now today on gold, I'll get rid of these levels because we've already seen the intraday lows being grabbed. But the next downside target on gold is these lows down here that we've been talking about. Let me let everyone in here. People still joining. Let me let everyone in. Good morning, Ross. Good morning, man. So yeah, you've already seen gold today in Asia come up, create that top wick for the day, and already starting to break down previous daily lows down here. So daily is obviously bearish from Monday, top wick on Tuesday. Today's continuing to push back down. If we start dropping down to the 4 hourly, see what we can see here. Yeah, that's a lovely push in Asia. Rejected the highs, closed above, retested this level yesterday. Huge push down. Asia's come up again, hadn't grabbed any 4-hour lows for this whole push up. Grabs the highs and has that very nice drop back down, which was actually a very, very nice position of 60 plus ticks. And now you're pushing back down and starting to create some support. So the range you're probably going to be working with today is probably, I'm just looking left. You got support, a little fake out, support, 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 resistance, support. So this is probably the range that you're probably going to be working with today. 70-ish ticks, something like this. You guys can see how strong of a level this is here. Got this support, fake out, breaks above, straight back below. Respected this level multiple times. So you're probably going to be looking to play this, yeah, 70-ish tick range like here. You got CPI tomorrow, I believe. Let me just have a quick look. I don't believe there's anything today. Let me just have a look on Forex Factory. We've got some power news today, but yeah, CPI tomorrow. CPI and unemployment claims. That's going to be the real big market mover news on gold for the week, and the big real direction. Up until then, you're just playing ranges. You know, this was the range yesterday down into here. Amazing. Because you're not going to see any real significant like moves back up to some big upsides or some big downside until that news comes in. So leading up to that, you just want to be playing that news. Oil news in US tonight. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I've looked at oil as well actually. So yeah, 4 hour has closed bearish, finding some instant support and already rejecting. So if we drop down to the hourly, what can we see here? You've already come down, you've wicked out these highs, having this pushback down, starting to reject within the first 7 minutes of this hourly. So you could be pulling back up, potentially grabbing some hourly highs before then maybe seeing another leg back down. It's pretty difficult because you're right at the support. But, you know, even if you're going to push back up, you're very likely going to re-grab the lows one more time. So if you were to look to play something around here, you've still got 30-ish ticks back down into the lows. So if we adapt this range a little bit, on an intraday, this is what we're now working with. Support, support, resistance, support, fake out, support, 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 broken, come back up, retest this level as resistance, and you're going to be looking to play something within this for 30-ish ticks. It's a pretty tight range. It's not the most ideal range, but you've already seen a pretty decent push down here in London today. This is more than the push that we saw in the trade that we caught yesterday. So how many ticks was the trade that we caught yesterday? Pushed down for, yeah, around 60, and then pulled back up and kind of ranged. We've already seen that 60 tick push down here already today, which started at 4:30 London time. Previous 30 did close nice and bearish though, so this could be a top wick on the hourly, grab some highs, and you may see it dip down a little bit more. On gold, but yeah, like I say, overall on gold, it may take until CPI, but I really like these lows to be grabbed before a potential push back up. So overall, you know, we could be seeing something like this on gold, and we'll look to take advantage of this move down into these lows, and then who knows, maybe you could come and grab NFP highs Now I don't really look at the DXY. If I'm gonna look at DXY, I'll just look at Euro USD because that's where most of the volume is traded in the FX world. And if you have a look at Euro USD on the daily, you can see this is NFP high and low, and we have done absolutely. So we're lucky to trade gold and to have some movement on gold. But if you look at Euro USD, this week so far, or even since back in Wednesday, doji, 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 doji. So that's why any moves are playing intraday ranges. You're not going to see any decent moves in any markets until you get that news on Thursday, tomorrow. But you can see there how little volume there is on such a highly traded pair of Euro USD. Goes to show how little volume there is in the markets. So if you took advantage of the levels that I shared yesterday, you would have had a pretty good day, even if you didn't catch the trade that we took as well. Talked about gold coming to tap back into these levels before having a push down into the daily bottom wick, and that's exactly what you did. Spiked right into this level, came all the way down into that bottom wick for like 126, and we got this little short here, and that was our move for the day. And you ended up wicking out all the lows, coming back up, retesting this level, and having a very, very nice pushback down. So we'll see what today brings. I have no real expectations here. I didn't really have any yesterday, but we still got a nice trade. But yesterday had a clear double top to come and grab. Today doesn't really have any clear double tops where I can see what most retail traders may be doing right now. Just yet. Anyway, we need a little bit more price action here. You know, yesterday we had a double top and said as price grabs this double top, we could be looking for a pullback. Well, there's no real double top today. Asia's already given you the short. Asia had a very nice shorting opportunity. Grab the highs. You never take the first rejection. You re-grab the highs, and then you start to have the pushback down. Same again. You pull back up, create lots of liquidity down here, retest these levels, and push back down. So you need to kind of wait for something very similar to this before you can look to take, you know, the next continuation back down. You are grabbing previous 30 highs here, which is interesting. If you start grabbing these and rejecting aggressively, you know, you may have some shorts, but let's see. We'll wait for the first 15 close of the session. Good morning, afternoon, fam. Good morning, man. Good morning, good morning. But the closer you get to CPI, you want to be pretty careful. That was a lovely push down yesterday. But yeah, overall, you know, I want to see gold come back down to like 2015. Whether we get it today, I don't know. But that's short yesterday on gold. I didn't trade US session, but I kind of wish I did because that was an amazing short. It was just so simple, just a short into that daily bottom wick. It's like 100 ticks. It's amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Good morning, bro. I finally made the call. Good job, Brett. Join the Zoom, man. You'll have it more up to date, man. Maybe a little bit laggy on YouTube. I don't know why, but you can join the Zoom, Brett. Liquidity grab entry. What time frame is that? 5 minute. Yeah, nice break even, man. Good trade there. Once it started to mess around, bearish, bullish, bearish, doji, doji, doji. I think that was a good play to manage, man. Suggest gold futures for US people? Yeah, I suggest futures for everyone, regardless of where you are. I saw FTMO are no longer take it on US clients, which was pretty expected. They stopped certain states like around 6 months-ish ago with my forex funds going. Many of different brokers stopping US clients. It's a matter of time before FTMO are going to save themselves and do it as well. It's just more reasons just to trade futures. I've been saying this for ages. Just trade futures. There's nothing you can trade on FTMO or a forex broker that you can't trade on futures. Absolutely nothing. Watching course video, it's going to struggle with to identify support and resistance as levels, or is multiple as ranges. Rather than, yeah, you can do that as well, but there's nothing wrong with doing. It's never a pinpoint line, to be honest. It's always a level. But I just do it off the most amount of wicks. So when I'm drawing this on here, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at these, this, all of this broken resistance. I'm just trying to incorporate as many wicks as I can. You know, if I was to draw a level up here, I'd be looking around like these wicks. I'm looking around these wicks. And then I'm looking left, I'm looking here, I'm looking at all these, and probably maybe drawing it somewhere around there. You got support, support, resistance, resistance, support, broken, broken, support, resistance, fake out, resistance, 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 support. So I'm just trying to include as many wicks as I can. It just kind of gives you a guide of what to not trade off and when to not jump in a trade too soon. So if this is your support for the day, you don't jump in shorts till you close back below here. So it stops you from jumping in trades too early. But if you want to draw it as a zone, there's nothing wrong with doing it as a zone. It's never a pinpoint area anyway, like as thin as a line. So you could have easily just had it like all of that. And that would still be a good way to draw it. I just like to refine it a little bit more. But, you know, support and resistance is never going to be however thick this line is. It's way more than that. It's just personally how I like to draw it. I don't even know if you can see how can you see how thick it is? Yeah, like support, where is it? Yeah, support isn't that thick of a level. It's like a whole zone, you know. Yeah, that's just how I like to draw. But whenever I do them, yeah, I'm just drawing them off the 30 and the 50 and the hourly, and just trying to cut through as many wicks as I can and as little as bodies, and that's it. So if I was doing one here yesterday at these highs, well, we had this one yesterday like this. I think it's maybe like this, because we were looking at these wicks, this wick, this wick, this wick, this wick, these wicks, fake out again, broke below, retest, amazing sell-off yesterday. Boom. But all of it is one big level. But yeah, it's just going through as many wicks. But that's the easy part. Like don't focus on that too much. If you want to do it as zones for now, you can. But like drawing these is just like I can just drop it there and just look support wicks. Cool. That looks like a good level. Let me just react off that for intraday. Thanks. Yeah, no worries, man. Of course. And the same as the trade that we took yesterday. Where's that position gone? I swear I'm like, where is that position gone? Oh yeah, here. Same as the trade that we took yesterday. Where is it? Oh, sorry, here. I had here. All I did with this zone yesterday is I just did a little support off this level, and here had it like, I think I maybe had it like this or something, just looking at this wick, this fake out, and these wicks and all these wicks, and just said to myself, well, if this is my intraday support, I won't go short until you break it. And you break it, top wick, so you break it, retest and push lower, and you can see it still broke above, reacted off it yesterday, and then again pushed higher. So it's literally just looking at all the wicks. You can cut through bodies when it does like a fake out like this. See, it closes above and straight back below, above, straight back below, retest, push down. Okay, that's a very, very nice push. That was a lovely trade yesterday. A very, very nice trade. Very choppy before that push down in US yesterday. Took its time at the 5 minute. Asia had some lovely buys as well. We had a triple bottom down here, grabbed the triple bottom, closed bullish and ripped higher towards this double top. There was an insane amount of liquidity to grab at the highs, so that's your direction for the day. As soon as you start grabbing lows, just go long. That was a very, very nice push. This is a nice push on gold at the minute as well. Little morning star here, grabbing the lows, closed bullish, nice push. Did you catch the short? Yeah, we took this short on stream yesterday, Riley. We took this short here. I'm not sure how I can join Zoom. It's just in the community, man. It was trades like yesterday every day, easy and neat. Yeah, very. Yeah, to be honest, usually you'll get. This was quite messy yesterday actually, because am I getting bitten by fucking mosquitoes or some shit? Holy fuck, I'm itchy. Because you had this high up here, and usually you grab the highs and start to push down, but you actually kind of messed a lot yesterday. But when you wick out the highs like that, close right below the level top wick, yeah, then it becomes such a nice setup. And yeah, it was a very, very nice trade. The buys in, I don't trade Asia, but the buys in Asia were very nice as well. You probably would have been looking for longs or maybe on the closure of this 5 minute with all this liquidity to grab up there. You wait for that 5 minutes to close bullish, you start buying from there. It's like, what, 30 plus ticks? If you buy into there, it's like, what, 20-ish? So Asia had some pretty nice opportunities today. We're going to get gold closing back above the range here. Look at this 15. This 15 closes back above, let me just see, like here-ish. I think it's a pretty nice level. I'm just looking support. I don't like how many times I'm cutting through the bodies here. That's my only concern. Let me do it on the 30. So, yeah, 30 levels like that. I think that's good enough. On the bodies, lots of wicks, broken wicks, broke above. Yeah, so if you start closing above here on gold, you may look to play this little range like this. If you're going to play that. Yeah, Mark's got his playbook for the day. Yeah, the short was textbook yesterday. It fit every single rule, and that's why we had to take it. And I was on a one-to-one call today with Jack, and we spoke about how each step of the rule is so important to follow. And if we didn't get that closure back below yesterday, we wouldn't have taken this short. This 4 hour is going to be leaving a pretty steep bottom wick here at the minute on gold. You may have a 4 hour fake out, something like this. You've wicked out, you closed bearish, you've wicked out 4 hour lows, and now starting to close back above. Zoom link. The Zoom link's just in the community, Matt. The Zoom link's just for Discord members. I don't know why the quality's not great on YouTube. Hopefully when I move house soon, it will be better. So I apologize. Yeah, 30. I agree, man. Yeah, we could have a 1, 2, 3 here, because this is a lovely 30. This one closed pretty aggressively bearish, but we failed to close below these previous lows, and now you're pushing higher. The fact that we couldn't close below this low here after coming so close to it shows that we're clearly finding some support, and you've come and completely pushed back higher. Yeah, if you get a decent bottom wick, you're going to be playing this range. Harry's joining. So we'll wait for this 30 close in 7 minutes here.
Recording in progress.
Because if this, if you have a look on the hourly here on gold, yeah, so previous hourly, bearish again, didn't break previous hourly low, now closing bullish. So yeah, any closure back above here, and you may take it back higher. The only concern with buying gold is there's no clear double top to grab. You've already grabbed some highs push lower. You've grabbed some highs push lower. There's no clear place to take this trade other than working with this little range in here. Maybe something like this, close above, retest, and just play this very, very tight range. Yeah, downside is much nicer. I have much clearer downside targets than upside targets on gold. I really want to see us come all the way back down into here. If this 30 doesn't close above, that's amazing. We can look for some shorts. That would be ideal. Yeah, you'll see this move come in pretty quick, I think. All the way down into here is like 120 ticks. But because pre-London, you know, you've already seen this pretty decent push. You may dick around for a little bit. I hope not, but it's possible. So we'll see the 30 close in like 6-ish minutes here. And see what it brings. It's looking like it's going to close above, but we all know gold here. If you re-grab the highs in this top wick, it may start to close back below. But if you don't re-grab the highs, then this is going to be a nice level to buy into. And if you start to bottom wick on the 30 down here, buys up into that high there is like 15-ish ticks, which is pretty nice. As you were, sir. Yeah, struggling to break. Yeah, 15. Yeah, 15 is bearish. This was pretty nice here, though. I didn't see this quick enough, but you grab these lows here on the 5 minute, wicked them out lows, wicked out lows again, finally closed bullish. So that was a pretty nice, you know, of our intraday plan right there. You scalp this for a little pullback up to come and grab hourly highs. What, you're running 15, you trail this every 5 minute low, you're probably locking in like 20 ticks at the minute because you had the liquidity grab, close back above, bottom wick, so you take the break of the high, and then boom. Pretty decent push there. These little morning stars are very, very key. But you know, the thing is, on gold now, even if you're gonna see like a push all the way back down to here, you're at least gonna re-grab the highs first before then having that push down. So you may get some buys up into this previous 30 high now because you've just created a little double top there, which is great. I just kind of noticed this as well. You kind of have my mouse being a bit fucking weird. Look at this. This is pretty interesting. Respected each and every 5 minute high there. So you may get buys back up into there as well. It's not a bad spot. Creating a double bottom to the downside as well. So if that 30 can open bottom wick into these lows, you may have some buys on gold. Yeah, solid level as well, Tom. Yeah, that's why you're starting to reject here because you're tapping into these levels here. What the fuck is wrong with my mouse? Fucking someone hacking me or something? What's going on? There you go. Turn Bluetooth on. No, we're not doing that again. How do I join the community? The link's in the description of this live stream, and if you want to check it out, you're more than welcome to. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of FTMO US traders freaking out at the minute, not knowing what the hell to do. All of a sudden, you're going to see these futures gurus like me come out of nowhere. So I've been telling everyone to make the transition into futures for a while. Like I say, there's no benefit of trading on FTMO than just trading on Topstep or any other futures firm. Alright, 2 minutes here. 2 minutes. This 30 is going to close very nicely above the level. If it instantly top wicks, not ideal. I want to see it bottom wick to grab these lows, and I'll look for some buys. A lot of people want to switch to the ones that are regulated. Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah, that's the thing. Futures is so much more regulated that you'd never get any of this shit that's happening on these FX firms. Look at that for a drug and a half. This is what we want to see next. And then we can go all the way back up here with this. But yeah, I want to see these lows grabbed, ideally before I can get these longs. Otherwise, that's going to be a double bottom that you may come and grab at some point. So if you grab the highs first, then you may come and grab the lows. So if you push up like this, then, you know, you may look for some sells back down into here. That's a terrible draw. I need to get better at them. This is going to close bullish. It's looking like you're going to grab these highs first. Don't do it, Goldie. Oh, there you go. You're grabbing the double top. Ooh, look at that. You just wicked out the double top. You're starting to reject instantly there. So where's next? The double bottom down here. So if I want sells, I would like it to push up first. Oh, give away the secret time frame there. I'm at the 30. But mark on this 30 high because, like I say, even if gold's going to drop down, it's not going to drop without grabbing previous highs. You have a resistance, you grab highs, and then you have to push. You have a high, you grab the highs, and then you push back down. So if we start grabbing the 5-minute double bottom, I may look for some longs on gold. Mark's trying to expose me here. Or these ones, like this. Is that what you mean? Like that? Not the ones I remember. Or maybe it was like this. Maybe that one. I think it was that one. Oh, look at that. 30 bottom wick. Reflipping back bullish, breaking the highs. I'm not going to mean to go on the fucking 1 minute there. Keep some sells when they come in. Yeah, sells are going to be fucking beautiful. 40. Yeah, have a look. Just get logged in here just in case. You're re-grabbing the highs now, which is great. This is what you would need to do before a potential pushback down. I just went onto the 1 minute by accident there, but you got a pretty nice double bottom down here. I have to start trading the 1 minute today. Look at this fucking 1 minute price action there. So you've just come up, you've liquidated the highs. You're gonna get a 1 minute sell here on gold. You're about to close back below. So if you have an instant top wick, you could have some 1 minute sells on gold. Instant bottom wick, not ideal. No trade. The futures chart, I think put 40. No, I think that's too high. I think you'd tap back into maybe like 36. 36 would probably be my only upside target. 1 minute cap, yeah, we're gonna start trading the 1 minute. Make the fonts bigger. These on the side, I don't think I can change these on the side. I don't think you can change the fonts on the side. Maybe you can, I don't know. I don't think so. No, I don't think I can change. If you mean these, yeah, I'm not sure. Well, whenever I put in a trade, I will tell you the figure of the where I put the order in. Well, I'll share my screen so you can see it, but yeah, look at that 1 minute was fucking. We don't have to start trading the 1 minute here. Look at this 1 minute. This was the 30 wick rejection, bullish engulfing, re-grab and 1 minute lows. You have a buy stop there. Look at that. I definitely took that as well. I must have forgot to call that one. Actually, my stop loss was below the 1 minute low once it drove, so yeah. Nice 1 to 10. Let me see, 5 minute here on Goldie. So you're grabbing the 30 highs again. It's a solid wick rejection, but it hasn't grabbed anything. Add that to the journal. Yeah, it was very valid, to be honest. Oh no, I don't like that. Sorry, it's too big for me. I'll call the numbers when I take the trade. But yeah, thank you, Colin. I didn't know you could do that. Look at this hourly, completely engulfing straight back up. I'll be surprised if you close this bullish in 25 minutes, but who knows? Who knows? Oh, I took the buy in the 1 minute. It's him, but closed out a little bit. Yeah, the 1 minute did actually, I was joking around with the 1 minute, but it did actually have some pretty nice buys. It's a shame this didn't grab anything. Oh, look at that. Even there, re-grab the lows, close bullish. Yeah, looks like we're trading the 1 minute today. Potential another liquidity grab here. 5 minute just about to close in 4 seconds. Is it going to close bearish below the level? Not just yet. There you go. Yeah, nice one, man. Thank you. Got it. We've got 1 more minute. Still got 5 more minutes. Alright. Who's got a sell stop below this 1 minute low? Who's doing it? Oh, what have you not done though? What have we not done? Haven't closed below. Lagged. Delay on the zoom? No, there shouldn't be any delays on the zoom. The zoom should be exactly the same. There should be no lag on the zoom. You guys look at the clock. 5 minutes. Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, no, I don't know why. I thought the 5 minute was about to close. I got you. Look at that 5. What a push. Jeez, hard enough that being 3 minutes behind. Yeah, it is. A bit more about gold trading. I am able to trade gold futures through Apex, so you trade ES in New York. Didn't know I could trade gold. Yeah, you can trade gold. Yeah, gold futures moves great in London. It's the trade that we had in London yesterday. This is already a very nice push. I was too late to the party here. This is already an amazing push in London. Didn't expect such a big reversal so quick. But this is a, 50 tick move. You trade that with 1 contract, it's $500. You take that with like 10 contracts, like 5,000. Better than New York? Yeah, I prefer it to New York. Because New York, in New York, you're not going to be able to refine entries like this. In New York, you're just going to have much wider stop losses. So this is the New York move yesterday. This is London, we took London. So New York still came down, grabbed the lows, flipped that bullish, and then ended up having some nice sells. So it's not, you don't get necessarily more, like, bigger moves in London, but for me, you get cleaner moves in London. I think the moves are a lot cleaner. So you're going to be creating a lot of liquidity up here now. So now it kind of gives you a target to look for some longs on gold. We have a very decent push up here, but if you still, as long as you don't grab this high, which you probably will, you got to get a bottom wick area. And just move the break even. 233. I think that's a pretty nice entry. Let me have a look. 233. Yeah, lovely entry. Yeah, nice push there. I wanted to see them 5 minute lows grabbed before I could take them buys. because now you're leaving a double bottom down here. Yeah, I don't think you did grab it. I have to zoom right in here. No, you don't. You still got a double bottom there, so be careful of that getting grabbed at some point today. You're probably going to grab these highs first here. Look at that instant rejection. 4 ticks into the resistance. Yeah, it's a solid push. The only place it was biased today was from down here. Bias from down here, second we jumped on, was very nice. Instant top weight to grab this high here on gold. What a push. You just trade price action first time on channel. Do you try it live every day? Thank you, man. Good to have you on the stream. Yeah, we do. Trade live here on YouTube every day, man. Yeah, I just use pure price action and liquidity grabs like this. This is all I use. Support and resistance and liquidity levels. That's it on gold. That's all I need. Pure price action. What a push on gold. This is crazy. What a run. It's going to be a difficult day today. It's going to be a difficult day. You know, if you'd bottom wicked into here before grabbing these highs, you could have had some buys, but you just got a little, you probably could have had your zone maybe like that. Support, close above, bottom wick pushed higher. I just had mine a little bit too high. And the 15. Yeah, 15, beautiful. Wicked out the lows, closed bullish. Boom. Very nice. Just got out long from 26 to 92, 9.2. Beautiful. Very nice. Thank you, Path. Good to have your streams, man. Yeah, this is the trade we took on stream yesterday, which was a beauty one. We still got another hour and 20 to see what we get today. This is a very aggressive push up in London. Yeah, it was before the trade. Yeah, it was like 15 minutes before the stream had started. You grabbed the lows. There was lovely buys here, but I wasn't on it yet. Buys from down here were beautiful because you liquidate the lows, close back bullish. So 5 minutes into us jumping on the stream, we weren't even on the 5 minute yet. We were still breaking down the charts. But yeah, this trade was a very, very valid setup. There's no real targets to come up this high. You maybe would have had to be managing around here. But even if you got it into, you know, retesting these levels, yeah. But in terms of it being a valid trade, that's a very, very valid position. That's probably one to keep note of, because you grabbed the lows, closed back bullish, held the support, bottom wick ripping higher. Look at this push. School run, enjoy Alid. All good, man. All good. Taking Asian seller souls right now. Yeah, anyone who was short in Asia, if they didn't take profit on this move, are getting spiked out aggressively. Because that's what I was just noticing here. Before this whole push down here, you didn't really grab the highs before having the push. So to now come up and grab this high, you know, now it's happening, kind of makes a lot of sense. Notice you trade 10 contracts. No, it depends on how you manage your risk. You know, my risk on this position yesterday was managed around 7 ticks. So if I hit stop loss on this trade in 10 contracts, I'm risking what, $700? My average stop loss is between 10 to 15 ticks management. If it was bigger than that, then I would trade nowhere near 10. But if I can manage most of my trades in London around 10, 15 or less, I don't ever come anywhere near it. I think our biggest loss on stream last year was maybe like 20 ticks once. For the most time, it was all managed around sub 10. You can't trade 10 contracts yet if you can't manage your risk like that, and you're not going to be able to manage your risk like this just yet. It's going to take a lot of time. But if my average stop loss was like 20 to 30, then I would trade nowhere near 10. It's only because I can manage my positions the way that I do. Look at GU for scalps. Kind of a little brief look. Scalp or intraday? Intraday trade, man. Intraday trading for me here on stream. I used to swing trade, and I stopped swing trading during the C word because I had to adapt. Because swing trading during that time was very difficult. Pound, I don't trade pound. It's very different to gold, but it looks like it's going to push down to re-grab the lows again. Like down here, maybe. Push back down into there. It's grabbing some highs now, which is pretty nice. Position I'd never traded gold. Yeah, I made videos on all these things, man. I did a gold intraday strategy and also made a video on gold futures position sizing. I made lots of videos on it, man. I did one recently on my risk management trading gold on Top Step as well. That one will explain it in probably the most depth, man. Regret not taking the liquidity at 24. I wasn't on the charts, man. I can't regret it. I wasn't on it. If I was watching it, absolutely. But I wasn't on the charts here. I wasn't even on the 5 minute till we were probably maybe somewhere around here or here. But if I was watching this and did nothing around here, yeah, I would be annoyed that I missed this move. But I wasn't on the chart, so you can't be mad. Because this was a very valid setup for us. This was our plan to perfection. Grab the lows, close bullish, bottom wick, rip. Identical to the setup that we took yesterday here. Grab the highs, close bearish, top wick, sells. Exactly the same thing. Grab the lows, close bullish, bottom wick, buys. Very, very nice. Happened again in Asia as well. You had this triple bottom down here. Grab the lows, close bullish, boom. Take buys once this closes back above this level. Asia also had amazing opportunities. So, I mean, our strategy in this little, very tiny little range here, whilst most people are trying to wrap their brains about what's going on, our plan has already happened multiple times a day, which is very, very nice to see. Even though I don't trade Asia, it's very, very nice to see it playing out. Are you sure to place this trade? There's no intel. Yeah, Chris, it just it follows the rules, man. There's no thought process. If it ticks all the boxes, there's no should I take the trade. It's like you have to take the trade. If it fits every single rule like this one did, and you will watch this and didn't take it, then yeah, that's not a trading plan issue. That's probably a psychology issue. But if I'm watching this live and it's grabbing the lows and closing bullish, I don't think, oh, should I take the trade? I'm like, I have to take the trade. It's my setup, so I have to take it. If I don't take it, I would kick myself. Exactly the same as if I didn't take this yesterday after it fitted all of our rules, I would be massively kicking myself because I'd be like, there was no reason to not take this. Like if I was on the charts, there is absolutely no reason other than emotions to not take this buy here. Oh, sorry, man. Yeah. The one step click. Yeah, that's fucking annoying. Yeah, that's so annoying. And because it did actually end up flipping that aggressively fast that you wouldn't have, you know, by the time you probably would have got back to it, it's probably like already down here and I was probably break even, so you're like, fuck. And when that happens, there's not a lot you can do. We got it like, what, here's like 17-ish. Move to break even and stops out. Yeah, same as me. I had my stop yesterday in profit above this high. Never came near it, but for some reason TraderVate took me out. And I said to you guys, trail above this high, but yeah, my stop got hit here yesterday, even though it literally came nowhere near it. Didn't even wick up at all. But my trailing stop loss still got hit somehow. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, yesterday we got stitched up, yeah. It doesn't seem like much, but it actually is. Took us out here at, what, 17? And we would have trailed like an extra 10. Which, when you're trading that size, is a lot. For an intraday scalp, that's a lot. Sales on gold coming up. Yeah, sales on gold overall. Back down into 2015, but I don't think that will come in until CPI. For today... We have to see here. I'm just kind of waiting for London Open here. You've pushed down, you've closed below this support and aggressively pushed back up. So this was the double bottom that we had as well. You've ripped this double bottom, closed massively bullish back above. And where could you push up into next? I don't really know, to be honest. You have resistance there, but it would have been nice if we grabbed these lows and just closed a little bit above to then push up like we do on the 5 minute. But you've grabbed this double bottom here, so you know, anyone who was overall buying gold from like these little rejections, where's their stop loss going to be? Right below this support. Retails buy here, put their stop loss below a double bottom, get stopped out, and then it rips higher. And as a very, very nice push. The spread's tighter in futures. You don't have spreads in futures. That's the good thing about trading futures. Other than whatever happened on TraderBase issue yesterday, there's no spreads in futures. Just joined, thank you. No worries, man. CPI is tomorrow. Yeah, CPI is tomorrow, which is going to be a very, very big day. That's why you're kind of getting a lot of. You'll see a lot of weird moves the closer you get to CPI. But if you look on the daily on gold, you can see how we haven't grabbed any significant daily lows. So if you imagine anyone who's trying to swing trade gold right now, they buy off this support. Where's their stop loss going to be? Right just below this low here. And gold is never going to push up without liquidating some lows. So even if you're going to push up off CPI tomorrow, you're going to wick out all these lows, and then amazing, you might start to push up. Oh, I don't know about that part. But I would be taking advantage of the sells down into this low. And that would be the trade that we would look to play. But yeah, to come down and grab this double bottom on the daily and this big wick rejection is a pretty nice trade. Oh, what's going on? My trading views being all weird. Monthly fee for live data on futures. Yeah, if you trade personal, you do. But if you trade funded on Top Step, it's in the activation fee once you pass the challenge. A one-off activation fee, and that's it. Yeah, it should be Zoom should be better now. I don't know why. Just like kind of my internet just like freaked out there for some reason. It should be back though. It was lagging for me as well, but it just came back on. Let me put it closer. Oh, I got 2 bars here. What the fuck? Let's put it closer to the window. See if that helps. Fuck, it's hot in here. But I mean, yeah, you may get some intraday sells on gold. You know, this is the little range you're playing with now, just from this resistance to this support down here. But it's pretty aggressive on the hourly. You'd have to see how London opens here. If the Bitcoin ETF is approved, do you think it will affect gold? Nah, I don't think so. Any real market movers of gold don't give a shit about crypto. How is Bitcoin moving though? Let's have a look. Bitcoin. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. It's an aggressive stop hunt on Bitcoin. Yeah, it came back down to 45,000. Look at that. Beautiful. Very nice. Oh, look at that. Following the plan so far. Once the company's been grabbed, why don't you remove from your chart? I do. I remove them from my chart once they've been grabbed. So once this has been grabbed here, I clean them all off like this. These aren't liquidity levels like that. All I'll be watching right now as this is being grabbed, see how you react around here. And then that's it. Like all of, I had yesterday, all of these liquidity levels drawn on down here. Loads of 30-minute levels drawn on here. Once they've been grabbed and the trade's on, yeah, I delete all of them. All of my liquidity levels are grabbed, deleted, unless they're still relevant, which is down here. Yeah, close back below. Yeah, it's because this hourly is just going to close so strong. As long as the hourly closes strong, you're just going to continue to range, I think. Why does the market stop hunt and where does the money go? That's the big mystery. If I told you that, the secret market makers would come after me like they did to ICT. They put me in the back of a van, so I can't tell you that many secrets. What a fucking stupid story. But no, it's just literally the market grabbing orders to push price up, grabbing liquidity, and anyone who wants to buy gold, where anyone who's trying to buy from here puts their stop loss just down below here. So if the market needs to grab more buying orders or more orders, it's going to be right down here. So you grab more orders, then you have to push up. That's why if you trade futures and you really want to understand orders, you can look at something such as Bookmap. Then you can see real orders and where they're sitting in the markets. Futures, you can do that. On FX, you can't do that. Did I see? Yeah, he did, John. Yeah, it's insane. I don't know where it is or where you could find it, but I'm sure if you Google it will come up. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I have nothing against ICT. I know a lot of people who trade his style very well. However, to say you got kidnapped and put in the back of a van is absolutely ludicrous. But yeah. Yeah, absolutely true. In plain English, what a liquidity grab means to you and why does the market need to grab it? I'll do it in French. I don't know about plain English. I'll do it in French for you. I'm kidding. I don't know why it does it. I wouldn't worry about why it does it. I couldn't care why it does it, but a liquidity grab is just price coming to grab, and this is mainly on gold. It happens on everything else, but it happens more so on gold. Before any real move up or down, you're always going to come and grab some highs and lows before having the real move. And NFP did that beautifully as well, and I'll give you that as an example. Or even yesterday, look, this is a resistance where, most retail traders look at this resistance from this perspective. So people who short here see this big rejection on gold, put their stop loss just above the previous high here. So all you want to be doing is marking on a previous high that hasn't been grabbed, waiting for it to get stop hunted, and then amazing, you can look for some sells. And to show you how manipulated... Yeah, I only trade gold trend. Yeah, I don't trade anything else, man. I don't trade anything else. To show you guys how insanely manipulated the markets are. Coming into NFP on Friday, we had this low drawn on, we had this double bottom drawn on, and we had a shit ton of highs drawn on like this as well. And I'm not drawing these in hindsight. These were all levels. If you guys go back and watch the London stream on Friday, I had all of these levels drawn on because these are all levels that on NFP price is going to completely manipulate anyone. So on an NFP, you see this huge pushback down, and as this is pushing down, the amount of retailers who try and jump in sells as it's pushing down is insane. So it pushes down, people try jump in sells where they put their stop loss probably just above the highs of the range, and then they get stopped out and they continue to push higher. And then as they get stopped out of sells, then the market pushes up, comes back down, and what do people then do here? People then buy again. And when do they put their stop loss? Below this low again, thinking that markets are just going to keep pushing up. And then before you know it, price comes all the way back down to NFP lows, and anyone who was selling gold on NFP got fucked. Anyone else who was buying gold on NFP also got absolutely screwed. And that's just how manipulated the markets are. I have no idea why. I have no desire to care why. To me, it's just the market grabbing double bottoms and levels of liquidity before being able to have the real push. And the simplest of way to look at it on gold is just identifying support and resistance and marking on levels that haven't been grabbed. So the reason I had all of these highs marked on coming up into NFP last week was for the simple fact that, you see this rejection grabbed nothing. So any retail trader who tries to sell here, their stop loss is either going to be above this high here or above this high here. And this is a double bottom. If gold's going to have, this next big push back down into 2000, it's never going to drop off one rejection. You're always going to come up re-grab the highs. I don't know what the fuck that arrow is. Re-grab the highs before then having that push back down. And that's what you did. You then ended up grabbing the highs and then completely reversed all the way back down. Exactly the same if gold's going to have a decent push up. You're going to NFP is going to manipulate the markets. It's an opportunity for market makers to manipulate the markets, back off news, grab anyone who's buying here, order sitting down here, order sitting down here, and then boom, you push all the way back up. So that NFP was a prime example of how manipulated the markets are and how our liquidity grabs and our liquidity levels saved us from not getting absolutely screwed. Can you show me how the candle closes below would look like? Like if it was closing below here? What, like this? I don't know what you mean, man. I'm confused. So you have a course. There is a strategy / course within the community. I don't sell a course on its own, no. But the course is included in the community. Market makers move price to create areas for retailers to put their stops and then target them. Yeah, exactly, Graham. Yeah, and that's all it is. Exactly the same here. You know, any retail trader today who saw this rejection of this support here, they buy here, and where's their stop loss going to be? It's going to be below, just the low of the range, below this low, and this is a double bottom. Never trade double tops or double bottoms on gold because you will get absolutely rinsed, and every retail gets stopped out, and then price pushes in their favor. And that's the way that I trade gold. Exactly the same as the shorts that we took yesterday, was all off the exact same concept of anyone who was shorting gold yesterday, they sell here, they see this rejection where they put their stop just above this high, they get stopped out, and then price has the real move, and then that's the trade that we took compared to where most retail traders get screwed. And we took that live on stream. You guys can go back and watch yesterday's live stream for that trade recap, or maybe I'll make it into another video, who knows. And exactly the same with this push up today. Look, double bottom. You see this rejection. This never trade gold off one rejection. Anytime gold rejects off a support, it's never going to reject once and just push higher. Don't think you're going to miss the markets every single time. This one rejection is simply to bring in people who will then buy here, and where they're going to put their stop loss just below this low. Retails get stopped out, and then price moves in their favor. And I think a lot of people would have got absolutely rinsed on gold today on this move up. So you see, and that's why you're seeing this very, very nice move up. Exactly the same as here. What did you not do here before this entire push back down? You never grabbed any highs. So retailers short here, put their stop above the high, look over this jackpot play back down, and are now getting squeezed out and stopped out. So once you understand the liquidity, that's your direction. That's the hard part done. Understanding the liquidity grabs and where markets are going to go is the hardest part. Having the entries is easy. You just execute into your levels. Do you have any book that teaches your strategy? Would be great to not a book, but I mean there's plenty of YouTube videos here on the channel that you can just go watch. I made a whole video breaking down the entire strategy. I go into it more depth in the community, but I'm not here to sell you guys anything. You can go and watch the YouTube video on it. What time would you begin? I would start trading in New York at 7:30 New York time. It's probably a good time to start watching it. Pre-New York, you can get some great moves. Be careful trading the 9:30 open. You'll probably get manipulated. But trading pre-New York, starting to watch gold at pre-New York is a good time to start watching it. Yeah, 5 minute again. Look, you grab the lows, now you're ripping the highs. You can't take any buys because you're buying into resistance. That's just stupid. So if you try to buy gold, where's your target here? You're buying into resistance. You want to be selling at resistance, not buying. That's the reason I'm not taking buys. You have grabbed the lows beautifully, but you have no targets unless you start closing nice and bullish on the 15, like above here. Yeah, amazing. I'll take some buys back up into this high here. What's a realistic percent per month? What's your risk percent per month? you're risking 10% per trade, and I just say 1 to 3% is a good return per month, then it's not going to make any sense. So it depends on what you're risking per month. But I mean, any return in the markets, any return that you make from trading that outbeats the markets, which is an average of 10%, is good. Anything that outdoes the average return of a simple index is great. Can't take sales. Yeah, exactly, man. You can't take sales. So the fact that you're now rejecting this resistance again, which I'm surprised we've come back up it again, but we're now here, so that's fine. You know, people will probably be trying to sell gold maybe here and trying to do something like this right now. So if you start to reject, even though this is a high that grabbed some previous highs, I'm surprised we've come back to it, but you know, we are in this overall range. So you'll see this rejection on gold. People will now be trying to jump in sells, looking for this big play back down, and you're probably going to see them manipulate. That may give us a trade, which would be great. Hourly has obviously closed a bullish. You can't take it off the hourly because, you know, the bottom, where's your stop going to go? Like what? Your stop loss has to be below, like down here. That's the only point where the trade would become invalid. So on the hourly, you can't really take it. On the 30, not really grabbed any 30 lows just yet. If you start grabbing some lows, you can buy up into this high. 700, yeah, I did, John. Yeah, I seen it, man. It's great. Joe's on a rampage at the minute. I spelled it correctly. Yeah, that's all good, Chris, man. That's all good, man. Yeah. Yeah, usually I wouldn't be marking on this high because this liquidated some highs and had to push down, but because you've now come back to this resistance again, this again is just going to be a level where people are trying to short, put stop loss above this high. So if we can get pies up into that, amazing. I got tattoo removal on my arm today. My arm is so fucking sore. Not sure. No, I haven't, Hugh. Let me see it, man. Let me see. Missed that banger of a trade yesterday, but rewatched the stream. Yeah, it was a great trade yesterday, Harry. Amazing, amazing trade. A lovely liquidity play on gold. Do you target to make certain points every day on gold futures? I like to aim for 15 to 20 ticks 3+ times a week, maybe. I don't have a certain that I want to hit in a day. I just take whatever the market gives me. It's just more so how I'm feeling mentally. You know, like here yesterday, I took a great trade yesterday, and I didn't trade for the rest of the day. I took this in London because we got CPI. So I was like, you know, if I can get a good trade in a day before CPI, I'll take it and run. If it was any other day, I may have continued trading into New York. I won't ever lose more than like 20-30 ticks in a day. I won't ever even come close to that. But in terms of a target, I never have targets. Even in a trade, I don't have a physical TP. Yeah, all good, Mark. All good, man. Yeah, I like that trend line, Hugh. That's very, very nice. What's that on the 30? Yeah, that's a solid trend line, man. Yeah, I like that. I think on that 30 chart that you have as well, that 30 that you have marked on that says previous daily high, it's quite interesting because before the push down, you didn't really come back up to re-grab the high before pushing, which I think is quite interesting. I'll show you what I mean. Here. So you have this high here, you rejected it and pushed down, whereas usually on gold, you know, you see something like this, where you wick up the highs and then you have the push, but you didn't even here. You wick out the high. It's very slight, but it's important. You wick out the high and then you have the push. You didn't wick out any highs here, so you never know. Yeah, could you come and grab previous daily highs before this whole big move back down? Maybe. It's quite far away now, but who knows? I think you'd maybe come and grab the lows for before maybe having that overall swing move back up. Oh no, Chris, I'm not sure, man. Oh, look at this rip on gold. This is insane. Explain the liquidity grab plan. Buys from 24. Yeah, so Trade both now. I trade London. If I don't get a trade in London, then I'll watch a little bit of pre-New York. If I get a trade in London, then I only trade London. So the buys on gold from down here was very, very nice because this is a double bottom. You know, retails try and do something like this. So there's your liquidity grab. And then point number 2 is when you close back bullish. You could be taking buys once it's creating bottom wick like this. And then you could be looking for, you know, maybe break even as soon as you grab this high. If you're fucking lucky, you would have trailed it up pretty aggressively. And then you had this was the next liquidity point that we spotted all the way back up here. But the entry was grabbing the lows, closing back bullish. Once that closes bullish, you can look to take it from then. Maybe if it's created bottom wick, you may have been able to quickly snipe it from here. But just for being safe, you take it from here. And then that's your push. And it was a very, very, very nice liquidity grab. If we had got that in our time zone, that would have been a fucking amazing position. Because look at this run on gold. This is insane. Insane, insane, insane. Yeah, I kind of agree, Anthony, as well, man. Time frames for liquidity grabs are using for the highest confluence trade. Any time frame, it doesn't matter. Liquidity grabs happen on every single time frame. Just depends on what style you're trading. Happen on the daily, weekly, 4-hourly, down to the 1 minute. Liquidity grabs will happen on every single time frame. So like what I just said here, I would have loved to bought up into it, but I didn't get it. Like I just said here, anyone who saw this rejection on gold, they sell gold right now. Where do they put their stop? Just above this high here, and now they've just been stopped out. So when I see something like that, I like to buy up into where most people are trying to sell, but I didn't get it quick enough here. Closed doji, grabbed and it opened and instantly pushed up. Maybe if you got a bottom, you could have considered it. But that's a pretty basic example there of 1, 2, 3 liquidity grabs that have happened in the past hour on gold. But this move up is ridiculous. I'm not gonna. It's too overextended to buy, and it's too bullish to sell. So I'm just chilling here on gold. Unless you got buys from down here, there's literally nothing you can do here right now on gold. Unfortunately, you gotta let it run. You gotta let it run. And since we've jumped on, we waited for it to close back in the range, bottom wick and ripped higher. You couldn't take buys there because your stop's too big. Because you could have easily bottom wicked all the way down here. And if you had taken buys on the break of the 30. Your potential stop loss is around 20. It's not too bad, but it's not for me. Oh, fuck. Let me stand up.
Gonna consolidate first now. Then we can look for the move out
Yeah.
of consolidation here.
Yeah, I think so, man. That's what I was expecting after this push down pre-London. Down here. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting a huge push down, range, and then push. But this is push down and ripping.
Yes, but in hindsight, a 15-minute handle was lovely before the London Open.
Yeah, very nice, man. Very, very nice. Can it be candles that grab highs and lows, or is it mainly wicks? It depends. If you're watching it on the 1 minute, like see this was a 5-minute liquidity grab. If you're watching it on the 1 minute, it would have been a 1 minute closure. So on every time frame, it's always gonna close back below. But even if let's just pretend we only trade the 5. Let's pretend the 5 minute did do this and it closed below. All you wait for is the closure back above like this. And if this was the 5 minute, you would have had an incredible entry right there. So the 1 step is, I won't go through all the steps, but that's the 1 step, closure, 2, and then boom, there's your push. That's the 1, 2, 3 right there, and that's one to save. Even though it's the 1 minute, it doesn't matter. It's the principle. Pretend it's the 5, closes below, closes back above, fake out, and liquidity grab confirmed. There's your buys. Amazing, amazing push. We only managed to get on the charts, and we were already up here. So it means we're gonna have to revenge trade today, I think.
Full margin.
Yeah, full margin, I think so. Well, what time did our trade come in yesterday? 8:05. What is it now? 8:13. This 4 hours probably looking pretty weird. Yeah, look at that. 4 hour closed bearish, now completely closing bullish. Expect moves like this until NFP. CPI. If you guys take a trade today and you see like 10 plus ticks, man, take it. French trading is my favorite hobby. Yeah, I haven't done it in a while. Might have to do it. But yeah, look, even in these ranges, when most people have absolutely no idea what's going on, you guys can see how much our plan comes up. We were able to catch it yesterday. We weren't on the charts here today, but look at that. It's absolutely insane. So mark that on and save that for the journal. FOMO to me too. This is an incredible move. I didn't get any of it. Look, 70, 80 ticks. Absolutely insane move. Bigger than the move we had yesterday. I have FOMO too. FOMO is stuff. It never goes away. You just learn to deal with it, unfortunately. But yeah, everyone who is on Zoom, screenshot this, because this is what you want to be sticking on your wall, and you want to be looking for trades like this. This is the textbook positions that you guys want to be looking for. Not this one yesterday. This one was too messy. You know, it was a great trade. Don't worry, it was very valid. But don't worry if you guys can't see this trade just yet. This will come over time. This is the clean one you want to be looking for, and the same with the Asia one as well. These are the trades where you're taking it from, like here. These are the trades you want to be taking. These clean ones and these clean ones here. Don't worry about this one I took yesterday. It takes a while to be able to see that move. But these are the ones, especially this one today. That's the one you guys want to be. Screenshot that, print it out, and put it in your fucking book. And that's one to remember. If the 15 grabs the highs, it's a what you make some sells. Yeah, it's a bit of a shit show. If you re-grab the highs without creating a bottom wick, you could have some sells. Because the 15 is at least going to come back down here, but it's also going to grab the highs first.
It is, I know it's like this here is a range, but would you still, because this here is so clean, would you still consider trading through it?
Yeah, if you close back below, yeah, I'd trade that, yeah, I think so, man. If you start closing aggressively back below here, then yeah, boom. I think even to come back down to, like, you know, into like these levels, you know, you're at like 24 ticks, you already probably break even, and probably securing some, to be honest. So yeah, I think you can still trade it.
I'd break even at 4 pips.
So you'd probably want a closure, like, yeah, probably like back below here ish, and you could start taking some sells. Yeah, well, yeah, good job, Tom. Glad you saw them anyway, man. That's the most important part. Like I say, them ones are one to stick in the journal, especially here on the 30 as well. You reject, you re-grab the lows, you fail to close below the support, and then boom. How about the first two bullish flips after the double bottom? Yeah. Yeah, it has to close above. So same as for my trade yesterday, the trade that we took on stream here yesterday, the only way I was able to take this trade yesterday was because we had the closure. So you have the 1, 2, 3 trade. If this hadn't closed below this support yesterday, I wouldn't have taken this trade. Even if it had pushed down, I don't give a shit. If it didn't fit my plan, I wouldn't have taken this. So the actual closure is very, very important, because the liquidity grab is never confirmed until it actually closes back above or below a level. Otherwise, you never know if it's a break in and retest to just keep pushing lower. That's all good, Harry. This will be recorded anyway, man, so you can go back and watch this multiple times. It's a very educational Zoom call today, which I'd recommend you guys go back and watch when I upload it after. You still have the possibility for trades here. Trades aren't off the cards, it's just very, very overextended here. I didn't take a trade because the 5-minute candle left no bottom wick, so hesitated. Which one do you mean? So you mean the one down here? This one, or the one yesterday? Yeah, so it closed like here. So because it closed respecting support, you could take it, but let's just pretend like the example on the 1 minute, when it closed below. You never want to be buying when it's like this. You have to close back above, because if it doesn't close back above, there's nothing to say this can't push down, retest and just keep pushing low and you get stopped out. So the fact that it closes above, that's what you need. That's the most important part. On the futures 5 minute, yeah, I don't. That's the reason I don't watch the futures chart for analysis. The futures chart will close no top and bottom wicks all the time. Sorry for caps, that's all good. Looking at 5 minute in Asia, the market grabbed the lows at 225, jumped up 2 times before it went up 80 ticks. Do you tend to wait for an engulfing in order to enter? At 25? Do you mean on the futures chart? Let me have a look. If it's this one here, I would be buying gold after this bullish close here, because you're going to fill in this wick, and the buys in Asia just made so much sense because you had so much liquidity up here. That's the direction for the day, up into that liquidity. So I'd have been taking buys after this closed bullish here. I probably wouldn't take it off this one, but once this one closes bullish, yeah, I'll try and take buys from this one and get that push. 5 minute finding some resistance here. If you're going to push down, you're going to grab the highs first. So if we start pushing down early, we could get buys up into that. And then we're following the trend as well. Closure just on the 5, whichever time frame you're trading it off. If it's like a 30-minute liquidity grab, and it closes above, you have to wait for the closure back below and top wick. It's exactly the same. It all depends on which time frame you're executing it off. Because even when the 5 minutes closing above, it's important to note the time down here at the bottom and which 5 minute you're in. So like right now, we're at 8:20. If this all of a sudden starts closing below in the next 10 minutes, we already know that this is going to be a big wick on the 30 minute, and then you could be looking for some decent sells. So every time I'm trading on the 5 minute, I'm always thinking about where are we in the 30 and hourly candle. And if we're close to like the 5 minute of like the hourly, I won't take the trade. If we're in like the last 5 minute of the 30, I understand that that's probably going to be the most manipulated 5 minute of that 30, and that's just the way gold moves. So although I'm executing off the 5, my trades are always based off the thought process of the 30 and hourly. Where's our sell, man? Got our sell back on there. The best live trader, keep it up. Love from Pakistan. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Good to have you on the stream. We got 121 people tuned in, 25 likes, guys. Drop a little like for the stream. We're getting the live streams growing this year. Oh man. Anyone who's given these sort of trades on stream. I feel like London's manipulated for sell. Yeah, overall today, I am very keen on sells. I'm just trying to understand what are we going to do for the rest of the London session. And it looks like it's going to keep fucking ripping. It's absolutely insane how bullish it is right now. I don't think there's any news or anything that's come out, or unless I've missed something. Technicals are already in place anyway, but to continue pushing so aggressive. Gold waits on US inflation data for the next move. I think it's already gone just and low. You're a bit slow on that one, mate. Quiet agenda for European trading today? I don't think so. Nah, no news to say this is just a fundamental move. It's just a technical correction back up on gold, which is nice. Absolutely love the stream. Learn heaps. Thank you, Justin. Yeah, look at that. Our TP area on gold yesterday was absolute perfection as well. And that's what I was saying. To come and re-grab some intraday lows before pushing higher was absolutely necessary. And that's the only time you can kind of take sells against the trend. Intraday grab some high. Like, for instance, today, I think if we're going to fucking push all the way back up into here, up into this previous daily high that Hugh had marked on as well, which is very, very nice, you're going to come down and bottom wick around these levels before pushing higher. And sometimes you can take advantage of that bottom wick if you follow the same rules. Which you may do soon here. You've got a triple bottom down here now. You're re-grabbing out 5 minute highs. kind of any reason behind it? It's interesting, John. Yeah. Hey, brother, hope you had a good New Year. Glad to be back on the streams. Good to have you back on the streams, man. My New Year was good, thank you. Beautiful move, though, not gonna lie. Yeah, it was an incredible move, man. This is a fucking fantastic move. So I'm trying to stay neutral here and not move into a position because this is a fucking textbook move. It's like 100 ticks. This is insane for London. This is more than what US did yesterday. Way cleaner than what US did yesterday. But you're gonna see weird moves like this until CPI. If you missed it, don't worry. As long as you weren't watching it down here and missed it. I wasn't watching it down here, so I didn't get it. But other than once we've broken above, I haven't had a re-entry just yet. Price stopped 50% of the previous range, not the prices. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just a very nice little correction. Ooh, look at this as well on gold. What do you have here? You have a beautiful double top. So for me, yeah, next targets on gold is to come all the way back up into like 2040 again. That's a very, very nice double top. So anyone who's probably trading this on the hourly, people who trade breaks and retests. I don't trade breaks and retests, but people who trade this as support, broken, resistance, where's their stop loss going to be? Probably sitting right above this high here. So today, it's probably not going to come in London, but later on into US session, you may see gold drive all the way back up into here. And that's that trend line I think we spoke about as well. Well, you spoke about from, was it from here maybe? Yeah, from here. So people try and short third touches of trend lines as well. Where does their stop loss go? Above the second touch. So at any bottom wick today, as long as you don't grab this high, that's your bias for the day. Buys up into this high here. That's actually a pretty nice target now. So gold's starting to paint a nicer picture.
I've got the daily level at 2040.
Yeah, nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a nice level. It's a very nice level. So these are my upside liquidity levels now. Now that we're re-breaking these highs, my next targets is up here. So to continue buying gold today, now you're going to break out of this range. Fantastic. We're getting a much clearer picture of what's going on now. What time is it? 8:30. Yeah, shame to miss this move though. This is a fantastic pump. Fantastic pump. Same as I was, like I was just saying on Euro USD. Not that I trade Euro futures or anything like that, but you know, Euro USD does have a big impact on the market. It's the most highly traded currency, and you're still stuck within NFP's high and low. So if you think anyone who's selling Euro USD, where's the stop going to be? Above here. Anyone who's buying is going to have their stops down here. So you may see something on Euro USD, just to give you an understanding of what the dollar might do, to see something like this. Possible. Very, very possible. Then tap back into this level here a little bit more. Because you're never going to drop off one rejection. That's a very nice key level as well of 1.1. So if we just change this, I'm not trading Euro USD, but it will give you an understanding of what the US dollar might do. If Euro USD is going to push up into here, then gold's probably going to keep pushing up as well. Gold short from 2040, yeah, that's what I said yesterday, and it ended up playing very, very well. I didn't trade US session, but yeah, that's what we said yesterday. Shorts on gold from 2024 is the level that we gave yesterday. Look at this fucking push, holy shit. This level here, 2040, it ended up tapping it yesterday beautifully and having a very, very nice sell-off. This is insane. All good, Trent, man, all good. No trades just yet, man. No trades yet today, unfortunately. There was lovely buying opportunities from down here, but we weren't on the charts yet, and for now it's just continuing to rip with no intraday liquidity grabs just yet. I mean, you did have one down here. There's probably two. I mean, you could have taken it, but it's a little bit aggressive. I don't like to take the 15-minute ones because usually stops are too big. But what was this? Stop loss would have been, yeah, 14 is actually fucking very nice. And what are you hitting? Instant 30. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm gonna get a 30 close here soon. Well, the good thing is we have broken out of this very clear range. So if the 30 now opens and instantly bottom wicks, you can have some buys on gold. Today, gold shorts from 2004. It's ages away. I wouldn't worry about shorts from up here. Take buys up into that. If you think gold can come all the way back up into here, take advantage of the move up. And then once you get into 2040, you've made money on the way up, so you don't really care. If you then want to use some of the buys to take some sells risk-free, amazing. But 2040 is too far away to say just yet. But if you come back to 2040, there's no way you're going to do that. You're never going to do that. If you're going to come back to 240, you're going to do this. Oh, nice instant bottom wick here. Dip down a little bit more here and you may have some buys on gold. Yeah, if you tap back in 2040, don't instantly sell at 2040. That's a retail trap. You can sell once you start grabbing previous daily highs. Oh, this is a nice bottom wick here in gold. I'm going to start dropping down here in a second. Where would I want to see grabbed? Ideally, I don't think it'll come down that low. Maybe some 5-minute intraday lows to be grabbed. These, maybe I'm going to get rid of this trend line. I'm going to get rid of this 240 as well. We already know where price is going. I'm going to get rid of this level because there's no way you're going to grab this one and not this one. So just to keep it clean, we'll get rid of that, and that's our main target. Oh, this is nice. This is very nice. You start grabbing some lows down here. I'm going to have a buy on gold soon. And you're going to look to play it all the way up and back up into these levels, into this high. But because London's had such a big move, it made this range. But the beauty of putting in a buy stop, if you don't get tagged and you don't take the trade, you don't take the loss. Well, this is the first 5 minute of the 30. This is great. If you grab these 30 lows and start flipping bullish, that's even nicer. I think you did actually close above, yeah. So the previous 30 did close above the wick of the previous, which is nice. That's usually a good bullish sign. This is a decent bottom wick here. This is what we want to see. You could probably take a wick entry if you're a crazy mofo. Once you do start doing this, then you can risk off that low. Be looking to do something like that. What time is it? 1 minute. All right, guys, give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna refill my water, and then we'll stay back on for another half an hour or so. If we get a trade, we'll stay on even longer. I'll be right back. Price stopped at exactly 62% of the previous daily range, not a coincidence. I don't know, 62% sounds like a bit of a coincidence to me. Let's have a look at the daily on gold. Yeah, Daily's still at a very, very strong resistance level. But you've grabbed the daily lows and now starting to push higher. That's the thing. This is why gold is so overall difficult. Because NFP wicked out the lows but also wicked out the highs, and now you've come back down, grabbed NFP lows but not actually closed below. And this is why you're now having this push up. If you closed below NFP lows there, you'd keep pushing down. You didn't actually close below the support of 2025, and now you're seeing this pushback higher. Have we grabbed any intraday lows yet? Oh, very close. Very, very close. Very close. Yeah, no wick to high. That's what's nice, yeah, because you can buy up into that top wick. 26-ish level would be good for a buy. Is that on the this chart or futures? Where's that on the futures chart? 26. No, it's all the way down there. I think you mean this chart. If you mean this chart, that's ages away. That's all the way down there. That's ages away. If you think price can come down that low, take sales into it. That's a mistake that I used to make. If I thought price could come all the way back down into 26, I would literally wait for price to get all the way down here to then hope and buy from down here that's going to keep pushing up. And then for the most part, it would just keep pushing down. And not only have you wasted time, you've also missed out on a trade. So if you think price can push all the way up into here to take some sells, or push all the way down here to take some buys, take advantage of that. You know, I think we may grab daily highs and keep pushing down, so I'll take buys up into that level and expose myself to the fact that anything can happen. That's a mistake that most retail traders make. They draw on all this analysis and all these levels, like when price comes all the way up here, I'm going to do this, but it's like, trade into that. You don't know what the fuck the market's going to do. But if you think price can push up like 100, 200, 300 pips before a potential push back down, take advantage of that move up. And if shorts from up here don't work, well, I don't care. I've got longs from down here. I've already made money. That's why I think forecasting is a complete fucking waste of time. I don't recommend anyone to ever do forecasting. It is a massive, massive waste of time. If you do forecasting, you're putting your opinions and expecting the markets to do something in a certain area. The markets don't give a fuck about your squiggly lines and drawings. Very, very key. So if me, you know, I'll draw. Sorry, man, go on.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of liquidity of 2033, eh?
2033. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we. Where's the secret tool? Where is it? This. I wouldn't be surprised if we start doing something like this for a while now. Look at that. What's wrong?
Possibly.
How's Australia treating you?
Okay.
Yeah, I did it very good. I've been practicing. Australia is treating me good, man. Very, very well. It's very hot, but Australia's good, man. Good lifestyle. I've been here for like a year and a couple of months now, and it's great, man. I'll be staying this side of the world for a very long time.
Seems you've been there longer.
Yeah, it feels like longer, man. Doesn't? Yeah, it feels like longer than a year. Feels like much longer.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, it feels much longer. Yeah, I think I moved in. I don't know. Let me have a look. Well, I did like a fucking world tour last year. I went to Australia, went back around again, and then came back. But since I actually moved here permanently, when was it? I'll tell you when it was. It was. Where's this? I moved here in September 2022. Ooh, look at that, grabbing 30 lows. Yeah, September 2022, man. Yeah.
I feel like this, you know, this can goes back above 2033.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 minutes grabbing the lows here. Yeah, it's nice. I'm not in these buys just yet. I'll obviously scale down in a second. Also, we're hopefully more seminars to come. Yeah, absolutely, Richard, man, absolutely. Can anyone with a British passport live in Australia? No, you have to come on a visa if you want a British passport. I have New Zealand citizenship, so that's why I can live in Australia. I'm very fortunate to have a New Zealand citizenship. That's the way that I live here. We'll drop down to the 5 here, see what we can get in a second. 5 minutes still closing bearish. So if we want some longs, we probably want to see back above here maybe, or even close back above this previous 5 high, and that's going to be some longs. Remember, this hourly is probably going to be starting to reject him pretty hard here. See, look at this hourly. Like I say, I'm always trading off the 5, but I do it without even realizing, and I'm looking at the 5 here, but what I'm doing is I'm looking at my clock down here, and if this 5 minute continues pushing down in the last 20 minutes, I don't even need to go on the hourly to know that we've grabbed intraday highs, and this could be a big hourly wick, and you're still failing to actually close above this range here, because you've tapped back into this huge level. So it's a big hourly wick. You know, it's got 20 minutes. Anything can happen in 20 minutes on gold. So longs aren't off the cards. Shorts will be on the cards once you start closing back below here.
Then 15 and 30 minute close, eh?
Yeah, 15. Yeah, 15. Let's watch the 15. Yeah, some nice ranges there, Scott. If you come back down, retest that level, that's the range you probably may have to work with today. I think you'll probably grab that trend line more at some point. I think gold overall is probably going to wick up a little bit more. The third touch of a trend line is always that retail trap level. How did you get New Zealand citizenship? My parents lived in New Zealand for like over 6 years before I was born, so I was fortunate enough to get it through descent. I have full New Zealand citizenship, passport, everything. If this 15 closes below here, I may look for a top weight, grab some highs, and you may flip it, sell it. He says high should be grabbed. Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, you're probably just gonna, like, overall, it's a decent range. You're probably just gonna play within here. I don't think you're gonna see any significant moves today. With CPI tomorrow, it doesn't really make much sense. That was quite a nice little third drive there. We'll see how this 15 closes. There's no top wick, which is a bit annoying to be able to take sales, but it's a huge wick on the hourly, so it doesn't really matter. You want to be watching around this level. So because we've now got this wick rejection, we're clearly finding a new range. So now we can start drawing on some new levels. Support, resistance, fake out, resistance, support. Yeah, so you're going to be playing this. I'm not going to take a trade for the sake of it, because the nicest buys were from down here, but if a setup does come, you know, I will still take it with you guys. But if you didn't catch this move up, don't get FOMO too much. It's not the only time today you're going to have a very nice move like this. You're still going to get plenty of opportunities today. Two minutes till this 15 is going to close. If you start closing back above this previous, I'm going to go back to the 5. Because that's a decent bottom wick into this level. And you can just play this little range here. Which on the 30 is probably nicer like this, maybe. $130 39 people on YouTube. You guys drop a little like for the stream. We haven't managed to take a trade just yet, but hopefully you guys are getting some value from tuning in. We haven't worked with a lot since we've kind of jumped on, other than these buys. But by the time we drop to 5, we're already around here. So you wouldn't have got these buys off that liquidity grab on the 5, but you would have got it on the 15. I'll probably turn this trade from yesterday into maybe a trade recap. Stick it on YouTube at some point. Ooh, look at this 5, grabbing lows. Start to close bullish here at the last 5 of the 15. Amazing. Double top on the 5. Whereabouts? Where are you looking? You had this one here. Grab the highs. Dipping down. So 15 has just closed. Respecting support. Instant top wick. What's that rejection? An instant 10 tick rejection. I mean, you're at least going to grab these highs now. I'm going to get rid of this trend line again. Just keep it clean. Clean price action. Oh man, what time is it? 15. Goldie, Goldie, Goldie. What a run you've had today. Must be so good living in Australia, such a perfect climate for well-being. I imagine you would never leave for the sake of the best quality of life. Yeah, absolutely, Tom, yeah. It's one of the reasons I left the UK, man, is because there's the weather's shit. And it affects me. Living in Australia where the weather's good, it has a positive impact on my trading. And it sounds stupid, but it's true. You live in the UK, you maybe get sun for like a month of the year. I'm not even exaggerating. In Australia, I have good weather every day. Not every day, but 90% of the year I have good weather and a much nicer chilled lifestyle. So this is the 30 level where it could start to flip. Let's do the sun's out. Yeah, yeah, winter. I don't mind winter when the as long as it's sunny. When it's pissing down, it sucks. So this is the 30 high. You start breaking this, that'll be the 30 starting to flip bullish. This here, this is the 30 open. Same as Thailand. Yeah, same as Thailand, yeah. I love Thailand as well. I've been to Thailand a few times. I love Thailand. I'm not sure you about your general mindset. Yeah, 100% Anthony, 100%. Yes, it'll be a good level to swing till 2000 to feel that impulse move. Yeah, maybe. See how it rejects. My overall bias for this week on gold is to come back down and grab all of this liquidity down here. Grab all of these lows down here. And yeah, I don't know, 2000 maybe. That would all depend on how the news is going to go. But yeah, to come and grab these lows would be like 200-ish ticks, which would be amazing. Brit living on the Gold Coast. Oh, very nice, Daniel. Very nice, man. That was my place I wanted to live before I came to Brisbane and then Sunshine Coast. Australia on a backpack visa. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, travel around Australia for a little bit. Yeah. Too many snakes. Nah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Just live in an apartment so they don't come anywhere near you. As high up as possible, please.
Yeah, no snakes on me.
4 hour head and shoulders.
A strong close here, maybe better.
4 hour head and shoulders,
complete.
left shoulder head. Yeah, it is. It is. You just have to also think, you know, on a 4 hour time frame, where's liquidity going to be sitting? Well, when you saw this push down here, I would imagine, I'm going to delete all this off for a second. I would imagine anyone who sold off this resistance is probably going to have their stop loss above this high, looking for this push back down into 2000. So that's why I think overall, you know, you could see something like this before that big push down. Let me get my analysis back. Let me see what time in 10 minutes is the. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna push. It's not. You've already grabbed the lows here. You did actually. It's quite hard to see, but if you zoom in, you did actually wick out this low. So it's not really a double bottom to trade into just yet. So I've seen rain for like 2 months now. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, to be fair, the weather here in Sunshine Coast recently has been pretty crazy. The worst snakes are the ones manipulating price. Alright, are you any trades today? I'm good, thank you, man. Good to have you on the stream. No trades today, man. This is a trade we took yesterday. No trades today. These buys on gold would have been beautiful, but we weren't able to be on here just yet. But since you've ripped, there's been no re-entry just yet. You're probably gonna find some resistance, create some liquidity, and then you may take some sells. But yeah, the buys for me today were down here. But if you missed that, it's very hard to try and buy in here. I think, you know, well, the thing is, yeah, a lot of people would have been trying to take sells. So although I haven't jumped in a trade, I haven't done what most retail traders would have tried to do, and they would have tried to take sells from there and put their stop loss just above this high and just got wicked out. So it rains in Sunshine Coast. Yeah, it does. It does. It had some crazy weather in Australia recently. Yeah, still no top wick on the 30. Yeah, which is interesting, man. But by looking at this 5, if this 5 starts closing bearish, remember you got like 9 minutes till this hourly is going to close. So quickly have a look at it, and it is at a massive level. And even if you're going to re-grab the 30 with no top wick, sorry, and re-break this hourly high, you'll probably dip back down to here a little bit more before pushing higher. So these are your 2 levels to watch today, like around here-ish and here. If you close above here, amazing, you can bottom wick into this and just re-grab hourly highs and play that range. Don't come to Canada, it's too hot. Yeah, it looks very, very hot up there. Too northern. Short about since coming in. Yeah, it's been crazy, Scott. Yeah, it's been crazy, man. It's only recently that we've had, on Christmas Day and New Year's, had some insane storms. I mean, all of Australia got hit pretty crazy. It's really bad. But now it's all good. I live on the beach on the water here, and our water is like so brown now. It's crazy. And it leads out to the sea, and it's so brown still. It's all because of the storms. Oh, I think it is anyway. I don't know. I assume that's why. I don't know about the science behind fucking the sea, but I assume that's why. Do you have a course? The course is included within the community. I don't upsell a course separately or anything like that. It's just within the community. Yeah, we don't pump our total waste into the ocean. Logic and vision of understanding the charts are so impressive. Thank you, man. Listen to you speak and how it kind of is a prices. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, I know that's it. Like once you know where the next like you know, if this hourly closes bullish, you don't want to be on the 5 minute trying to jump in longs, because like, you know, even if the next hourly is going to push up, you're going to bottom wick down here and then push up. So if you start taking buys in the 5 minute, you're going to get trapped as soon as the next hourly opens. It's just always so important just to keep zooming out. Obviously, we trade off the 5, but don't be too zoned in on the 5. because you can just get manipulated all the time. You have to always be zooming out or have your charts open like this. You can have like the 30 down here and then like the 5 minute down here. Or if you don't like this many and it's too confusing for you, maybe just, you know, you could have them like side by side like this. Just to stop you from getting stopped out, you could have gold on the 30 and hourly down here and then 5 minute execution up here. You guys should all have a big enough screen where you can do that on. Even if you just do it on a laptop, you should still probably be able to see it pretty comfortably. I like to have it like this, but for streaming purposes, because there's too much going on, I keep it here. But if I'm trading on my own, this is how I have my charts. Yeah, good man, Alex, good man, good to hear. If this 30 flips bullish in the last 5 minutes, I'm not going to take it, because the next hourly is going to create a bottom wick and you get trapped. How long would you leave your job for the market? 6 months, 12 months after seeing consistent profits on a monthly basis? It all depends on your financial situation. What's your cost of living like? What's your expenses? For me, I traded for 2 years before I even considered about quitting my job. And I had funded accounts, I had personal. You got a top wick on that 30 now, instantly rejecting. You know, if you only need like $1,000 a month to live off, then yeah, you can probably do it someone quicker than someone who has rent to pay and bills to pay, stuff like that. It all depends on your expenses. But you want to be trading, yeah, consistently for at least 12 months, but just treat it as a hobby on the side for now. You know, use it to pay off some stuff, and then when it's like overtaking your job consistently, then amazing. You know, you can figure out leaving the job and going full time with trading. When I went full time in trading, I reduced all of my outgoings massively. I cancelled all bullshit subscriptions to anything I didn't use or need. I left my apartment in where I was living and went back home to live with my parents for a little bit until I could figure it all out. So I reduced my expenses as much as I could. And when you start going through your finances and reassessing what you spend your money on, it's pretty shocking to realize how much, when you have a full-time job, it is so easy to just fucking waste money and live paycheck to paycheck. But obviously, you know, if you're old and you've got family and kids, it's not going to be as easy. It just takes a little bit more time, but it's still so possible. I'm just saying, from my experience, that's what I did. I reduced my outgoings as much as I could and figured out a good amount that was comfortable for me to live off. Or find a job where you can work and trade 2 incomes. Yeah, do both. Yeah, work part-time and trade part-time on the side. For you guys who are here in Australia, you know, it's 7 p.m. in the evening. You could have worked your 9 to 5 and be trading on the charts right now and have your day job and still trade in the evening, which is the best world possible. 30's flipping here. The reason I'm not taking this 30, because if you take your 30, the stop loss has to go below here. But you know, even if you're going to continue pushing up today, the hourly, like I said, is still going to give a bottom wick, and you may as well just wait for that bottom wick and take it off there, rather than trying to buy in the last 3 minutes of the hourly to then go and draw down before potentially pushing higher. So that's the reason I'm not taking this 30. If I was going to take the 30, I would have wanted to take it much closer to it than that, so I can push up if it wants. Look at that, that's an insane.
I don't want that 15-minute candle wick taken out though. I'd rather take that out while being in a trade.
Where was that little position we had drawn up? Look, that would have been an insane snipe. Look at that. Just go taking a little wick entry there. Grabbing intraday lows, retesting some highs. Boom. Is it stressful to have most of your income from trading? Yeah, very stressful, man. Very stressful. I have other income sources now, but when trading was my pure income source, when I was traveling and trading, it was very stressful, man. Very stressful. If I didn't have I had backups, you know, like if it didn't work, my life was not over by any means. But when you have pressure to, I didn't ever have to trade from a perspective of I have to make money this month. And when you can trade from that, it becomes a lot easier. And obviously, the thing is, once you become consistent, it's so much easier to scale trading as well. Because then you can get more funding, and as long as you're consistent, you can just keep growing it as much as you can. But yeah, very, very stressful, man. Split your charts into 4. So if you just click this up here, you'll probably have it set to this one. And you can have it set to these 4. You can even have it set to 2. But yeah, you just near the save button, you can click it there. I've been to Vienna. Going over next. No, I haven't, Harry. I've never been to Vienna, but I have a good trip, man. I'm sure it's very, very nice. GU, yeah, I'll have a look. Because you save money between. Yeah, so I had 2 funded accounts. I had personal capital, which I used as my savings account. So if, for whatever reason, and I was swing trading at the time, so my swing trading account was positioned in a way that I never really went into drawdown or anything like that. It's too much to explain right now. Oh, Chris, that's a fucking sick setup, man. Look at that. Fuck, I need one of them. But yeah, I had, and I was still doing some other work on the side as well. Like I was, building websites on the side, doing digital marketing stuff on the side. Oh, this is pretty nice here on Goldie. Let me just see how the hourly's closed. But yeah, I had funded accounts and I had personal capital saved up. So I didn't have to make money every month. You want to build up at least 6 months worth of living, 6 to 12 months, before taking the leap. So if all else fails, then you have that to rely on. I'm just seeing if you can get a buy here into at least previous highs. So if you were trying to buy there, hard stop would be down here, but you'd probably hard stop would go there actually, because that's grabbed a low. You shouldn't need to come anywhere near that low. What do you have up into the highs? It's probably a bit too tight. You got to be break even as soon as you grab previous hourly highs, which is 6 ticks. Not bad. It really helped. I've moved to part-time. I still earn enough and have time to practice on trading after 3 years in my current company. I can take money. Yeah, that's awesome, John. Yeah, good job, man. That's good. Go from full-time to part-time, and you don't have to take the leap straight away, or just go do something you enjoy. Like I've said this before, like when I traveled, I realized that there were so many ways to make money online, and there were so many people doing jobs that they loved, as opposed to having to do a job at a 9-to-5 office. Like you could literally go find whatever your passion is and have an income in that and trade on the side until trading overtakes it. You literally have in Australia people who just work in a coffee shop in the morning and just do whatever in their afternoon, and they're very happy with that, and that's awesome. They're more about their lifestyle. You got people who love surfing and they go teach surfing all day and then do whatever they want in the evening. You don't have to do a job that you hate. I think that's the probably biggest mistake, is every job I did I fucking hated. I never did a job that I enjoyed. I had some jobs that were enjoyable, but I never had a job I was like, oh, I can't fucking wait to go to work today. Other than obviously trading. Chris, business is booming. Booming. Oh, there you go. See, Nick, I worked for a surf camp for 8 years when I arrived in Australia. There you go. That's fucking amazing. Go do something cool like that. You don't always have to do a job that you hate. Working in a surf camp for 8 years sounds like a fucking awesome job. And if you work a job that you enjoy, when you come home to go on the charts, you're going to trade from a much better place. When I would come home and trade after I worked a 9-to-5 that I absolutely hated, I would always take that negativity out on the charts, and it always delayed my process even more. Where I would have been better off getting a part-time job doing something that I somewhat enjoyed, rather than working the 9-to-5 and fucking hating my life and trying to trade and force it that much quicker. I'd be way further ahead than what I am now. I'm almost 6 years deep into my journey, and I'd be way quicker than I would be if I was then. And I'm going to turn 29 this year, and then before you know, I'm going to be 30, and that's old. So this is my late 20 wisdom for you guys who are maybe young 20s. 30 isn't old. I haven't put this in just yet. If the next 5 minute opens and instantly push down, I'm going to look to put in a buy order here on gold. We're staying on a little bit longer than normal because that hourly's finally broken out of this range. And you haven't re-grabbed hourly highs yet, which I think could be a pretty easy level. Worked for myself over 25 years. I haven't loved what I do, but get much more satisfaction than working for someone else. Yeah, that's also very true, Chris. 100%, man. If you can do something for yourself, you'll enjoy that much more than doing something for someone. That's what I always hated. I always hated doing something for someone else. That was my biggest problem. It wasn't necessarily the work that I was doing, but it was more so the fact that it was for someone else. And I could always know that I could just do this on my own. Or get a remote job. Yeah, get a remote job, yeah. Absolutely, Harry. Get a remote job, man. Old, I'm 66, Graham. 66 years young. And you're still here putting the work. 5 minute instant top wick here, it's not what you want to see, so no trade just yet. You're very likely going to come and grab some 5 minute lows before pushing up here, so don't put the buys in just yet. But if this is the top wick and you start to pull down, you can buy on the break of this 5 minute high if it comes and grabs these lows here. You still got this high up here to grab. What lot size using a 5k funded account, 250 daily drawdown. 5k account, 250 daily drawdown. Probably just stick to like what? I don't know, let me have a look. Well, so 250 is like what, 5%? If it's like that, you probably should stick to like 1 to 2% maybe. Depends how well you can manage your risk. But trading a 5k funded account is going to be very, very difficult. Because you have to ask yourself, if you get funded with a 5k account and you make 5% in a month, 5% of 5,000, and that's a very good month. That's $250. You have to ask yourself, is it worth the stress for $250? Or would you be better off waiting a little bit more, getting a little bit more consistent and going for something bigger? Sometimes even a 50k funded account, it can't be worth the stress. It's probably better than, you know, I see some prop firms offering 5, 10, 25. It's like, I don't think it's worth the time. 50k is probably the minimum I would say do. Because like, even if you make like, if you get a funded account of 5,000 and you make 2% a month and you get the payout, that's $100 minus profit splits. You're going to be coming out with like maybe $70. I'm just not sure it's worth the stress personally. Wait, I didn't see it. I had the. Wait, what? I had the. All the images minimized. What did I miss? Catch you tomorrow. Enjoy, Tom. See you tomorrow, man. I'll be joining you soon. If we grab these highs up, that'll be me as well. I wanted to get some buys before you grab these highs. But if you do grab these highs here, and if you did take this trade, you gotta be break even straight away. Oh no. Oh, don't do it. Can I turn off his cam for him? I feel bad. I don't know. Can you turn off people's cam? I don't know. You still haven't grabbed the highs yet. It's not off the cards just yet. You haven't grabbed them. Trade would take it. No, I would have taken this trade if this 5 minute had opened and pushed down, and I would have got some buys. But this is opened and instantly pushed up. And as soon as you start grabbing previous hourly highs, you'd have to be managing. If we do still push down without grabbing these highs, I'll still take some buys. But if you grab these highs, you know, we'll see. What lots? I've heard that. Well, it's like speaking to you right now, and you said do it for yourself. Good. Trade with. Oh, this is nice. Cool. So we haven't grabbed these highs yet. So this trade isn't off the cards just yet. Why don't you try and pass all prop firms and reach over $1 billion funded? Something I've thought of doing before, but it's like, if you take, I've tried to do more with Top Step, but it's like make better trades on my personal. Like I don't, like let's take, you know, when I was trading FTMO for example, I think the highest I ever had on FTMO was like 200,000, 200k accounts. And it's like the stress of getting the challenge to me takes out the enjoyment of trading, where I'm fortunate enough to be in a position now that, you know, when you're a consistently profitable trader and you trade personal capital, you don't trade 1% risk, because trading 1% risk when you're a consistently profitable trader is completely pointless. So it's like, you know, I probably, if I did get $1 million in funding, I would definitely have more than my personal, and I would make more money than my personal. But it's like, it's the stress of getting it to that point and the time that it takes is very, very draining. That's the only thing about prop challenges. I think funding firms are amazing, but the stress of getting the challenges, it does take off a lot of enjoyment for me of actually trading, because you end up just trading because you want to be funded with this certain amount as opposed to just trading the charts. At some point, you know, maybe, but right now I'm just enjoying trading personal a lot. Like you guys can see, when I did a when I was trading with the guys in the community who went full time with traveling and trading, I started a small account to show them what I could do on it when you're consistent. That, you know, you don't always need 400,000 in funding capital because you heard this one story of this guy who got a 6-figure payout. You know how rare them stories are? Very, very rare, because by the time you get funded, let's say most of the people here probably trade on FTMO. If you trade on TopStep, amazing, you do it a lot quicker. But if you trade like when I did at the start on FTMO, by the time I got funded on FTMO with 100,000, I was mentally fucking drained. And that's why these challenges, other than TopStep, because the rules are much better, is why they succeed so well. It's like, I got to make you 15% and then make myself more to ever even see a penny. So it's like, I have to make 20% before I can even see anything that's worthwhile my time. That's the only downside. And that's the only reason I wouldn't push to try and get $1 million in funding. Maybe at some point I'd do it for maybe like a, I don't know, a YouTube series or some point. But like I said, like I was saying, I showed the guys in the community that I could trade a 5K account live with them when I was in Vietnam, and we made like $5,000 on the account. And that wasn't trading crazy size, flipping the account. That was just taking consistent trades, and we still had some losses in there as well, but we traded it consistently. You know, you could trade personal $10,000, $20,000 account and be making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month easily. You don't risk 1% per trade on personal capital, because you have to work out something called risk of ruin. And if you have a good win rate, even if you don't have a good win rate, risking if I might trade personal and risk 1% per trade, it would take me 100 losses in a row to lose that account, which is never ever going to happen. So if that's never going to happen, why would I stick to 1% risk per trade? It doesn't make any sense. You're just limiting what you can make from trading. I'm not saying go flip an account and risk 50% per trade. Absolutely not. But when you're consistent, you don't stick to 1% risk per trade. It's a very basic way to trade. Oh fuck, my knee hurts. I'm getting too old. How can I join the community? There's a link in the description of the video if you want to check it out, man. You're more than welcome. So you just trade futures personal and you say trading funded TopStep account? Yeah, both, man. So I use oh no, okay, do it again. I'm gonna have to turn it off. I'm gonna have to crop that out of the recording as well. Wait, what did I just do? Oh no, what have I done? Have I just turned it off for everyone? Yeah, few. Alright. I'll have to crop that out of the recording. Yeah, so I trade personal on Ninja and funded on Tradeovate. Alright, gold's grabbing highs there. I'll give you guys what we can see for the rest of the day. I need to go get some dinner. I'm hungry here. What time is it? It's 7:15 in the evening here in Australia. What advice for someone who has 50% daily drawdown on a prop firm and don't want to lose the... Wait, what? 50% daily drawdown. What do you mean? %50 daily drawdown. Take a great trade and have a great dinner. Yeah, that was the plan, man. That was the plan. Take a good trade and then maybe go eat some sushi or some shit. But it looks like we're on chicken and rice tonight. Plan for the rest of the day though for you guys. Well, you guys on Zoom, I'll reanalyze because we haven't had a trade in London closer to New York to see what we could get. But you know, the overall idea today is for gold to come back up and grab these highs. But before then, I think you're gonna dip back down, grab this current hourly low before pushing higher. So you could be open to some pullback sells maybe once you tap back into these regions to in the next hour or the next half an hour to re-grab these hourly lows. There's no way in hell that gold from here is just going to push up. If you're going to push up today, you're at least going to see a bottom wick back down into here, and that can be your trade. Take advantage of that bottom wick, and then you may look for the buys later on. But that bottom wick would probably give you more than enough trade to sell into the bottom wick. But for you guys on Zoom, well, I will edit the recording and then upload it. But I'll update you guys on any potential setups closer to the New York session. I'm personally going to go grab some food and then maybe see what it's saying in like, you know, an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours or something like that. So enjoy, guys. I'll talk to you guys in Discord in like an hour, something like that. Appreciate you guys taking time to tune in. Great session today. I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy, guys. See ya. Bye-bye. Bye. Alright, Zoom guys, that's it for me today. You guys have my levels and what to watch for the rest of the day. There's still going to be very nice buying opportunities, but don't force it. You know, you got CPI tomorrow. If you do get any trades today, just take advantage of just quick market moves and don't expect too much. But tomorrow, will I be back tomorrow? CPI day? Yes, what day is it today? Tomorrow, Thursday. Yeah, we'll be back on again tomorrow. We'll trade pre-CPI and see what the markets give. For the guys who are asking about futures, I made a new video on Sunday breaking down Top Step and gold futures risk management a little bit more that I'd highly advise you guys go and check out. But for now, appreciate you guys taking time to tune in, and I'll see you guys same time again, 7 AM to 9 AM London time tomorrow, and we'll do it all over again. Peace.